Roy, firstly, welcome back to Crystal Palace. How does it feel to be back at the club?
It feels very good to be back at the club, thank you. It's been intensive, of course, as I expected it to be, but it's also been enjoyable. It's been really a great pleasure to meet up with this group of players, quite a few of whom I still know, but a lot of ones I didn't know, and I've been pleased to make their acquaintance. And we've had some good training sessions, I think, so I'm really satisfied so far.
You alluded to it there, but what's the morale been like in the last week? It looks like it's been brilliant down there.
Well, it's been surprisingly good because, I mean, to be fair, when there's a change of manager, that always affects the players. And more importantly of all, the fact that the results have been as they've been, it's very hard to live through those periods. Everyone's done it at some stage of their lives, and you can't really expect places to be bubbling at that moment in time. But I've been surprised. I've got to say the mood has been so much better than I feared it might be. And that's important now that we keep that going. That's going to be a very, very important factor. The environment here in training and around the club is going to be so important because we're facing quite a crucial period in the club's history in the next 2 months.
Roy, Ray has returned with you, but also Paddy McCarthy will join the coaching setup. How important will those two be for the group?
Well, of course, Ray and we know each other well. Ray knows me well, I know him well, and I think that we have a working methodology which we believe in and which we think is capable of helping the club. And Paddy is someone that I knew when I was at the club before, although I didn't work with, but he's also been a really good addition to our staff. It's a good thing, I think, to have someone from within like Paddy, younger, someone who's obviously got a big future in front of him, working with people like Ray and myself with a lot more experience and, of course, nearing the tail end of our careers while he starts his.
And obviously it's been a tough period for the club. What do you think is needed in this next set of fixtures?
Well, the obvious thing we need is good results. We need some wins and we need to score some goals. Now, they're the very obvious factors, but then I'm tempted to say which club doesn't need that. But to get it, I think it's going to be very important that we do work hard on the atmosphere. We do work hard in making certain that the players, A, are enjoying their football, B, that they are very clear as to what is expected from them, that we make it very clear what we want from them in terms of the structure of the team and what we're looking to do and what each player is expected to do in relation to his teammates. And I think the environment at the training ground and around the club is going to be very, very important. There is no doubt in my mind that everyone is 100% on board with our goal, which is to stay in the league. So I don't have any fears in that respect.
You mentioned that you've worked with some of the players before, but there has been some new additions. Sort of how excited are you to work with the new players, but also those that you know so well?
Yes, I mean, I'm excited to work with both. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's very much a level playing field. I've been impressed in the short period of time I've worked with the ones I didn't know, the new ones, if we call them new ones to me at least, and to Ray. We've been impressed by them, and it's pretty obvious that they have improved the quality of the group and improved the quality of the squad. So I think that they will be of crucial importance to us in terms of us getting through these last 10 games and getting the points we need to stay in the league, because that is our focus and that is the one and only goal that we are trying to achieve.
We've struggled finding the back of the net recently, and what do you think needs to change in that department?
Well, that's also a question of confidence as well. I think that the players are out there who can score goals. There's no doubt about that. They showed that last season in particular. So I don't fear that we don't have anybody who can score a goal. But again, it's to do with confidence. It's to do with how sure you feel, if you like, when you get into those goal-scoring positions. But most importantly, perhaps for us, we've got to make certain that players get into those goal-scoring positions. We've got to try and relieve them, if you like, of the fear of failure. We've got to try and make certain that they want to get into goal-scoring positions, and even if they get there and fail, they want to get there again. Now, these are words, they're easy things to say and not so easy to achieve, but I think the work we're going to do with them hopefully will promote that.
We know how important the fans are, and you will, at this football club. What sort of part do they play in the next games for us and the club?
I think they're absolutely vital. I think that if you listen to people from the outside, when they discuss the chances of Crystal Palace surviving, one of the first things that they talk about is the fan base, the support, which has been incredible throughout the years here. During my 4 years, it was absolutely wonderful. And there's no doubt that there were many times when they pulled us through games or gave us that energy that was maybe missing at one moment in time when we were flagging. They boosted the spirits. And of course, they've always been very supportive of the team. I obviously don't know how they feel at the moment. It's impossible for me to judge from my position here. But from our point of view, we are totally and utterly dependent upon them, I think, if we're going to really pull this off. The players are capable, there's no doubt about that. I believe that Ray and I will do the right sort of things for them that they feel they need and get them into a position where they feel they're ready for the matches. But then that's when the fans, play their part. Because in moments when things aren't going quite so well, fans can help the team, but they can also make things worse for the team if they don't show any sort of sympathy or empathy for the players. Now, that's never been the case here. I've always felt the fans were the most sympathetic and empathetic to the team of any team in the country. So all I can hope for is that they'll give us that sort of backing that they certainly gave the team during the 4 years when I worked for the club.
And finally, take on Leicester at home this weekend. What are you hoping to see on the pitch from the players after this last couple of weeks with them?
I want to see some energy, I want to see some enthusiasm, I want to see that they are aware of our situation and they are aware that the fans need to be boosted as well and to see a team that they can believe in and get behind. So that is the most important thing for me at the moment. Any tactical changes or tweaks we want to make, that's what we'll be working on a daily basis between now and the end of May. But for this first game, I think I'd summarise it by saying I want energy, I want enthusiasm, I want optimism, and I want a lack of fear. I want people of the quality that we have to show those qualities and not be frightened that they're going to fail in some way. Go out there, be prepared to fail, trust in yourself, trust in your teammates, and trust our fans to pull us through.